my good friend Carly, and we are going to start a new segment on this channel, which is like our book talk chats, because we have like a book club thing going on.
Yes,
so
yes, we do.
Why not share it with you guys? And the first book that we're going to review is is our latest book, Love, Rosie.
Yay!
That makes me want to hit my head on this book so many times. Okay, so the premise is these two best friends, Rosie and Alex, and they meet when they're 7, and they are just meant to be together, and fate just doesn't want them to be together, and it's just, they go through love, breakups, divorces, marriages, baptisms, their relationships, kids, and you will have to read to find out if they end up together and what happens through their life, and it's a really good book. So that's really it for the non-spoiler. And then we're gonna, if you have read it, then you can, I would recommend staying here, and we'll talk about parts that killed us, crushed us, made us take forever reading this book. Yeah, okay, perfect. All right, so what do you want to start with?
I guess we can start with talking about Rosie's and what's his name?
Alex.
I totally forgot his name. Rosie's and Alex's relationship and just their friendship, and see how they kind of, I guess, grown with each other, like how they were, I guess, interacted. I mean, since they were best friends and they kind of grew up in their childhood together, it's kind of difficult because you feel like that he loved her his whole life, but you can't really.
He never wants to say it.
Exactly. So
yeah.
it's a very complicated source of relationship, kind of. Ripping your hair out every now and then.
I'd say every 20 pages, you know, fate just doesn't work with them.
I guess, well, what else in their relationship that was kind of difficult that they did? I mean, because the whole book is like, it's all emails and like letters, so it's not really, you can't really tell like exactly how the characters are feeling because they're always talking to other people.
The personal emotion isn't there. It's like,
exactly.
It always matter of fact, like every event that they have is like, oh, and this wedding, this birthday was like great, but it was still like, it takes forever to have the characters develop. When he finally like told her why she hit her head and that they had made out at her 60th birthday party, I just was like, if he had told her, none of this would happen. You wouldn't have a story, but none of this would happen.
I was actually, when he finally told her after it seemed like 10,000 years, I was really shocked. I thought and I think she was really shocked too. I don't know why she
didn't say anything
exactly
after that.
I know,
and the letter
he didn't say
that
anything.
He got.
Honestly, there have been so many opportunities for them to say something to each other, but they just never really took it.
They've had a bajillion. And then, yeah.
Ugh, that was a mess.
Bethenny.
What
do we feel? What was his first wife's name? Forget now. Steph?
Sugar muffins.
Sugar muffins?
Sugar muffins. Oh, no, wasn't Steph?
No.
I feel like
Sally. I liked
Sally.
her better, because by the time I got to Bethenny, I was like, just go away.
You see, Bethenny in the beginning of the book was like his first really girlfriend, was it?
Bethenny, yeah.
And then they end up, for his second marriage, getting married, and she is...
Because she has a baby, and then he's like forced to get married to her.
So it's... Basically, Alex is the type of character that's pretty...
He's a good guy. He does the right
guy.
thing, but sometimes I just wanted them to be selfish.
and think of themselves for once.
Yeah.
See, Rosie was always thinking of her daughter, Katie, and
that's
Alex
so
was
bad.
just...
No, I'm kidding.
I mean, which is good. It was really good that she was thinking of her daughter, but it was just, I don't know. Alex was too cowardly, and she was cowardly too. I think they're both at fault there.
They are, yeah.
And back to Bethenny. And what else about Bethenny? She just, well, Sally would always,
she actually did things that like would make you not like her, but I think the fact was that Bethenny like kind of like forced the marriage, and then you just remembered that you didn't like her in the beginning of the story, so you just didn't want her to
You don't want them
work
together
out.
anyway.
Plus they were like 30, and you're like, are they going to get together soon? And I was just like, you can't get married again because you're going to be like 60 when you're going to get together. And I was close. If you've read the book,
she was.
You know,
she was very
they get
close.
together when they're like 50. So, not that that's that old, but
I think his first wife too, like because at their wedding, at Sally and Alex's wedding, she kind of could tell that like there was kind of something special between Rosie and Alex. So ever since then, she would kind of like say rude things to Rosie and even to her daughter Katie. So I don't know. I think equally both his wives were pretty crappy.
I mean, and also Greg was, and then
he's Donk. Yes, Rosie's husband, Greg. Can't forget about Greg. He was. I don't know. He was an odd sort. He just wasn't. He
just wasn't a good guy. We're just gonna sum it up and say he just did a lot of bad things. What'd you think about the funeral? Did you see that coming?
Oh no, I actually did not see the funeral coming. I thought it actually made me tear up a little bit. I think I don't know. It was just very. You can tell that it touched everybody. Obviously, it was her dad. And you can definitely see it touched her mom a lot too. Like you can just kind of, I feel like the book kind of like shifted in emotion, like in emotion right there. The mood completely changed. It was more
about her after, I feel. And I was happy, like even though they weren't together, like she was doing something with her life, not just complaining all the time. She was actually like making the B&B, like bed and breakfast.
Yes, I was actually really excited.
I was very happy. And then she like found the letter, and then I got upset because then she's like, it was near the end, and he's like, oh, like, she made it subtly, like, after she got the letter, call me in 10 years. And he does exactly that.
He does.
10 years. They're 50, and it's 10 years later. Like,
they're crazy.
Oh, that frustrated me.
Katie and Toby.
Yeah. Yeah, that parallel world.
Yes, another, of course,
it's kind of like Rosie and Alex. So.
Basically. Except I would probably want to hear more story on Katie and Toby because they weren't as annoying as as her mom. But because Katie and Toby kind of like went their separate ways, and then they came back and then they got their parents Toby's not Alex's son. That would be odd.
They got Alex and Rosie together. Not that way, but you know, the other way. Which I was happy. Like finally. Her daughter kind of like got her to see it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that actually is true. Katie really did help her mom to like, and Alex to realize that, you know, like best friends, boy and girl best friends can get together. We didn't really hear much about Josh, Alex's son.
No, but I liked him a lot.
Yeah, because he wasn't annoying. He was just like, he didn't do anything wrong.
And he's just like, I don't want Bethenny and him together. And I was just like, that one sentence, I like you.
We like him already
in here, but I like you.
Yeah. And then of course there's Rosie and holy crap, Ruby.
Yeah. They're dynamic.
They were an interesting pair of friends. I mean, I liked it. They were always there for each other.
Yeah.
I feel like they understood each other a lot. I think for Rosie, I feel like when she was growing up, she didn't have a lot of girl friends. And then she was just friends with Alex. So I think Ruby was kind of like a good, you know, like
role model.
Different
kind of.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think it was just different for her. And I liked them.
I do too.
I liked Ruby. I think Ruby was actually pretty... I mean, she was a little whacked at some parts, but, like, she was...
I mean, she's the one who kept pushing them together and, like, always saying it even when they didn't believe it. Unlike, you know, Alex's lovely brother.
Yes! Oh, my goodness! Let's just take a moment right here for Alex.
Just for him. I don't even know his name. Phil?
Phil.
Yeah, Phil and his many kids.
He was...
Gosh.
Phil was just, well, he knew how Alex felt, so I don't understand why he just didn't tell him to go for her and go for Rosie and just, the silence that Rosie and Alex
had. It made me want to silence.
Yeah, it did. It was just there was just so many, oh my gosh. I would like to talk to this author.
It was too much. It's too much, I'll tell you that. I was not expecting this. We were expecting a quick read through it.
Yeah, it took us a long time.
It took us over a month because
it did.
The turmoil of our emotions
took a toll.
I frequently was talking out loud to these characters like they were real, like they could hear me. I was expressing my frustration with my mom. It was What about you? Did you like?
Yes, I actually was.
Like,
I was telling when I finished the book yesterday, I went downstairs to my mom and I was all distraught.
Did you really?
Yeah. And I told her, I was like, Mom, you gotta hear this story. And she didn't care.
Yeah, no one cares.
Like,
I think that's what hurts me when I read a book that I'm so
no one
invested in.
cares.
No one else cares. And I'm like,
alright.
and I look around and I'm like, no one cares. No one cares about the feels I'm getting right now.
So if you're reading this and no one cares, we feel your pain.
We're here for you.
We know.
Like, put your frustrations, your feelings in the comments. We'll be here for you if you have finished the book, if you have seen the movie. We are going to hopefully watch the movie.
Yes.
We'll do a review and compare them together.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, hopefully it won't, it won't be so heart-wrenching, the movie. But yeah,
hopefully it'll be a lot better. I feel like they're gonna get them together when they're like not 50.
No, yeah, it's only
like 40.
It's like, I think I heard it's like a 10-year difference instead of a, I don't know, 50.
Yeah, like
50,000,
span, like half century.
Yeah, but
I'm excited. All right, we'll do a next segment on
that.
Woohoo!
So, what do you give this? Like overall, did you like the book even though it like was frustrating?
I would say. I did enjoy this book. See the format, that after a while, the emails and the letters, that kind of bothered me, I think, a little bit. But overall, I think it's a book that is worth reading. Just make sure you're not pulling your hair out and end up being bald.
Take your time. Don't feel bad.
Yeah.
Just keep pushing through it. I give it a 4.5 only because
4.5 out of 5 stars?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Because I kind of like books that like make me feel, but
yes,
how many times it just didn't work out kind of bothered me, but I thought the writing was good. So, like, how she kept pushing, I was like, how is there going to be more book? Like, I didn't know.
We were, like, in the middle. Where were we? In the beginning?
Yeah.
And they were already at, like, age 28.
And she had I was like,
kid, and we were like, how is this going to...
Yeah, it just, like, skipped ahead.
Pondering.
So, what do you give it out of 5?
I would say maybe a 3.8. I'm going to get annoying.
She's a tough one.
She's tough. Yeah. But it's a book worth reading, I would say.
Yeah. So, thank you if you'd enjoyed this.
Thank you.
Like it. That feels weird. Don't like it if you don't want to.
That's okay.
We're going to post more anyway, honestly. But if you have read this book and you felt anything that we felt differently, please write in the comments. We'd love to hear. And we'll see you for our next book talk.
Awesome. Bye.
Bye, guys.